Happy Monday, 5280 Sports Network, your morning minute on a Monday. Sean Drotar is off. TJ and I here to chat with you. This seems like an appropriate day to say this, and that is you can take the quarterback competition and stick it where the sun don't shine. It's over. It's done. Yeah. Let's just move on. Let's name Trevor the number one. Let's let Paxton be the number two. And let's just move forward through the rest of the preseason with an expectation of what Monday night, September 11th, is going to look like.
Vance Joseph talks at 1:15 today, and I'm guessing that's going to be the first thing out of his mouth. Either that or it's going to be injury news, and then that will be the first thing out of his mouth. So not going to waste a whole lot of time. Shouldn't be wasting anybody else on the team's time yet, or from here on out either. Next 2 weeks are all about getting ready for the season.
And to me, it's a lot about the reps. It's what we've talked about on the radio show. We've talked about it here in the morning minutes as well over the course of the last couple of weeks, which is get yourself the number one and let that person take number one reps. Let that rhythm start to spread across the offense so that you are in sync with not just your linemen and a rookie left tackle and a completely new offensive line for that matter compared to what it was last year, but also your receivers. Let's start talking about what that timing looks like for all of those guys and stop wasting these reps back and forth between the 1, the 2, and the 3. It is time for the pecking order of this team to be set and for the offense to be able to function that way. And I think, TJ, neither one of us is saying that Paxton Lynch can never be a starter in this league. We're simply saying he's not ready yet. Right. And that's okay if he's not ready yet. He's now had 2 different coaching staffs in his 2 years in the NFL. It's okay that he's not ready yet.
Yeah, and look, a 2 to 3 year project was what they said when he was drafted, and this is only year 2. So I think it's okay that he still has some development left. The fact we haven't seen more progress at this point is perhaps a little concerning, but it's not the end of the road for Paxton Lynch. He's going to probably get another opportunity if things don't go well for Trevor Siemian during this season, let alone next offseason and then next season. So there's still a lot of time for Paxton Lynch. But at this point, you're so close to the beginning of the season. This needs to turn into about winning games, not about developing your quarterback for the future.
And let's be honest, you also could poll the people that are in the locker room, the other players, and they know who the starter should be able to be. And I think that if you're, as an organization, if you're trying to force feed something that these guys know isn't the case, you're going to have some problems in a locker room that, let's be honest, TJ, is already known for, not being the kind that keeps their mouth shut. I mean, if they're not happy, you could start to see some infighting going on, and you don't want that when you've got a championship caliber defense and an offense that looks like it will be better than last year, at least at running the football. From there, we don't know. But until you can get the starters set, I don't know that we're really going to know going forward, especially with Game 3 at home this Saturday against the Packers. You'll notice as we've gone through this video, we've been trying to shy away from talking about the Rockies weekend, which was absolutely abysmal. Unfortunately, Freeland yesterday with the game, 7 strikeouts, but 5 walks. Walks are terrible as it is, but some of them ill-timed, including with 2 outs. Now all of a sudden you're doing walks. It was just an ugly weekend for the Rockies, and you've been concerned for a while about the pitching, and it looks like you've done the self-fulfilling prophecy.
Well, yeah, it's happened with the starters for sure. They really struggle once the bullpen takes over as well. So outside of Greg Holland and a couple of other pitchers, the staff it's hit or miss. You mentioned managing the pitch count. They have to do that. They have to manage the count itself and individual at-bats, because giving up those kinds of walks situationally in 2-out situations, giving up poor hits or bad walks, those types of things will kill you, especially in the postseason, and that right now is the goal for the Rockies.
Absolutely.
To get there.
Just get to that wild card position. I'm relatively certain you have to be wearing eclipse glasses in order to see this color of the shirt that I have. Do not stare directly into the sun, people. We'd like you to be around with us tomorrow morning, 7 a.m., Mile High Sports Radio, AM 1340, FM 1047. Enjoy your eclipse day. For TJ, I'm Nate. We'll see you.